Can our condition be any worse? Can it be more mean and abject? Can they get us any lower? Where can they get us? They are afraid to treat us worse, for they know well, the day they do it, they are gone. David Walker. Now, I ask you, had you not rather be killed than be a slave to a tyrant who takes the life of your mother, your wife, and dear little children? Look upon your mother, your wife, and children, and answer God Almighty, and believe this, that it is no more harm for you to kill a man who is trying to kill you than it is for you to take a drink of water when thirsty. The Americans say that we are ungrateful, but I ask them, for heaven's sake, what should we be grateful to them for? For murdering our fathers and mothers? Or do they wish us to return thanks to them for chaining and handcuffing us, branding us, cramming fire down our throats, or for keeping us in slavery and beating us nearly or quite to death, to make us work in ignorance and miseries, to support them and their families? They certainly think we are a gang of fools. But never yet could I find that a black had uttered a thought above the level of plain narration, never see even an elementary trait of painting or sculpture. In music, they are more generally gifted than the whites with accurate ears for tune and time, and they have been found capable of imagining a small catch. Rather, they will be equal to the composition of a more extensive run of melody or of complicated harmony is yet to be proved. Misery is often the parent, most affecting touches in poetry. Among the blacks is misery enough, God knows, but no poetry. I advance it therefore as a suspicion only that the blacks, whether originally a distinct race or made distinct by time and circumstances, are inferior to the whites in the endowments of both body and mind. As Mr. Jefferson declared to the world that we are inferior to the whites both in the endowments of our bodies and of minds, it is indeed surprising that a man of such great learning, combined with such excellent natural parts, should speak so of a set of men in chains. I do not know what to compare it to, unless, like putting one wild deer in an iron cage, where it will be secured, and hold another by the side of the same, then let it go, and expect the one in the cage to run as fast as the one at liberty. They are in the lowest state of social gradation. Aliens, political, moral, social aliens, strangers, though natives. In Africa, they would be in the midst of their friends and their kindred at home, though born in a foreign land, and elevated above the natives in their country, as much as they are degraded here below the other classes of the community. The purpose is to establish in Africa a colony of the free African population of the United States to an extent which shall be beneficial both to Africa and America. Now we have to determine whose advice we will take respecting this all important matter. Whether we will adhere to Mr. Clay and his slaveholding party, who have always been our oppressors and murderers, and who are for colonizing us, or to Bishop Allen, who has done so much for our benefit, together with the advice of all the good and wise among us and the whites. Will any of us leave our homes and go to Africa? I hope not. Those who are ignorant enough to go to Africa, the colored people ought to be glad to have them go, for if they are ignorant enough to let the whites fool them off to Africa, they would be no small injury to us if they reside in this country. Let no man of us budge one step, and let slaveholders come to beat us from our country. America is more our country than it is the whites. We have enriched it with our blood and tears. The greatest riches in all America have arisen from our blood and tears. And will they drive us from our property and homes, which we have earned with our blood? They must look sharp, for this very thing will bring swift destruction upon them. The Americans have got so fat on our blood and groans that they have almost forgotten the God of armies. But let them go on.